Boys and girls, it's time. It's time we fucking talked about IGN. The granddaddy of the retards. In passing, you probably heard me, you know, mention IGN and make some kind of remark about them. Because, I just have that much disdain for them. They are truly, truly terrible. And I don't know one person who actually takes their opinion seriously. For like a side note for all you fucking gamers out there, never look at review scores. I've learned this in the past, and have never looked back. Before, when I was probably a little younger, I was just like, oh, maybe I should get the reviews before I buy it. No, because you're never gonna know you like a game until you actually are sitting down playing it and playing the story or playing the fucking multiplayer. It could be for you. Like I've said in previous videos, one of my favorite games is a fucking football playing game. A football game. Blitz the League 2. I don't even like sports, but I love that game. Didn't get good reviews when it came out, but it's one of my top favorite games. So the corporate bullshit that comes out of IGN is frankly disgusting. They are clearly fucking. I'm not even convinced they're actual fucking gamers. I think they're college graduates that they hire who have no fucking experience in this field, but yet get to have an opinion about something I love dearly, which is video games. So I'm just going to talk about a few instances because they're all up in the news because they're so fucking stupid. Let's start with fucking Crimson Desert. I've talked about this game for no ends, hyping it up. I got it. I love it. It's best game of 2026. Best game I've ever played in a long ass fucking time. IGN gave it a fucking 6. Why did they give it a 6? Well, let's read some. So, here's a big thing already. It's about adventuring The Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, Tears of the Kingdom, Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto. They're pulling out the big guns because they know that this game is hyped and they know that everybody fucking wants this. But at the same time, they probably didn't get a paycheck from Pearl Abyss, so they're pissy about it. Let's see. He played 130 hours to complete the main story, to do a good chunk of the side content. He says, the sheer magnitude of the world, which is true. It's a big ass world. But let's start getting to the stupid part. The world itself is definitely the most impressive aspect of Crimson Desert. As you can see, people walking around the town, living out their days in real time. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, the amount of shit. But let's see. So first off, they're bitching about from the moment you're introduced to the first three playable characters, blah 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 blah. They're talking about the story. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The story in Crimson Desert is not to write home about. It's not great, but I don't fucking care really. Like, it was a fucking MMO that was supposed to come out that got changed to a single player game. Like, what the fuck are you expecting? Skill Up brought this point up, and it's a really good point. Can you fucking tell me what's exactly the fucking story of fucking Skyrim? I'll give you a second. No, you can't, because, Skyrim's a fine story and all, but you're playing it for the open worldness. And I feel like this review is just not even fucking taking that into consideration. This world is full of fun stuff to do, but the stories within are so consistently bad. it's a fucking it's fucking it's not exactly a role playing game, but it's a role playing game in the sense that you could do whatever the fuck you want. Like you like focusing on the story being bad is really not is invalid. I would say for this type of game. What else you fucking say? Like, let me get to the bottom of the fucking review so I can fucking see this fucking. Alright, we'll go to the verdict. Crimson Desert is an extremely ambitious open world adventure, and the ambition is what makes both incredibly cool and god-smackingly infuriating. It almost equal measure. I had some memorable times exploring the gorgeous world, discovering weird mini games and killing bandits, but those memories also married by moments I'd rather forget, like the tedious combat encounters, unintuitive puzzles, and awful story and substantial bugs. First off, I played it on launch day. It was a little jobby, but it wasn't that bad. And since then, they fucking fixed it. Kitchen sinks. I admire the managers to pick up metric ton unique mechanics, but it takes work to dig your way through the thick layer of gunk. Well, that's what people say. This game, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it either. This game does get better, you know, the longer you play it. Now, you know, one would argue, well, why the fuck should I have to play 100 something hours or 50 fucking hours till the game starts getting good? Yeah, but it's a 0 to hero game, which means that you don't start off good, you don't start off strong. You have to work your way up. You have to learn the fucking mechanics as they go on. That's how the game works. You have to build upon it. You have to work on it. I don't know. And after this, they even said they're considering, re-reviewing it because they're getting such dog piled on from this fucking Travis Northup. Look at him in his fucking tie. Like he doesn't play video games. He works at a fucking bank. He looks like he's a banker. Yeah, you guys didn't get paid, so you're fucking pissed. Fuck off. Let's go to another one. This is the new big one in the news. Mouse PI for hire. I didn't play this one yet, but I do want to fucking play this game really bad. They gave this shit a fucking where are you? 6 again. Let's take away the aspects that let's take away the main thing about this game and the graphics. The graphics are fucking beautiful. Like the graphics alone are like something that makes you want to fucking play it. It's kind of like the same thing with Cuphead. Like that shit just looks so good that you just want to play it. Like the amount of fucking work these people put into this game. Mouse PI for hires, music enough FPS if you just want to blast some cartoon mice and not think about it too hard. But it's haphazard marriage of noir storytelling and a boomer shooter action are at odds and in comfortable ways that make it weaker in both aspects. Okay. They even said this, it's supposed to be a boomer shooter. That's almost like fucking complaining that like the original Doom didn't have like a coherent story or anything. Like, I guarantee they would pull some bullshit if someone released. If someone been released, if Doom was released tomorrow, no one ever played it. They would, well, first off, I mean, it does look kind of, it does look dated now. But I'm just saying, like, they clearly have no love for the fucking jobs that they actually do. Alright, and from what I heard as well is they're fucking complaining about the fucking cheese puns in this game. The fucking cheese puns. Newsflash, they're fucking mice. And guess what? They're supposed to be in a fucking, it's supposed to be like a Steamboat Willie, like Warner Brothers fucking Disney kind of shit. They like cheese. They like fucking cheese. They talk about cheese. It's fun. It's funny. It's silly. Who's gonna bitch about that? Shut up, dog. It's not my dog, so I can say shut up. Like, let's see. This has been solid enough that you just want to blast a cartoon minds not think to it. But once you do, all you see are the seams where the desperate ideas have been fused together in trench coats and hide the stink of the moldy cheese. Oh, funny. Fucking funny. Who fucking wrote this bullshit? Will Boger. Will Boger. Look at him. Playing at the fucking beach. Like a motherfucker. He doesn't play video games. He fucking, I bet no, he's probably like a fucking, he's probably like a, I don't know what he is. He's probably like a fisherman. He's a fucking fisherman. He doesn't play fucking video games. He's a fucking fisherman. I'm not saying that fishermen can't play video games, but he probably all he does is fish. And then they called him in. Hey, Will, can you write a fucking review for Mouse? He's like, oh, I never played it. I'll play a little bit of it, but you know, I gotta go fish. Fuck him. Here's another example. I'm on a roll. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 was shit. Spider-Man 2 was not a good game. Spider-Man 2 was a fucking disappointment of a game. Now, we all know probably Sony paid them big bucks to review this game, and, you know, they're like, well, you know, they probably knew. They knew the story was shit. But they were like, well, you know, we're getting this money from Sony. I have no proof of this. I'm fucking getting paid by fucking Sony. I mean, I got no proof of that, obviously, but come on. We all fucking know whose pocket they're in. And they gave this dog shit game a fucking 8 out of 10. Motherfuckers, this is not an 8 out of 10 game, and I'll tell you that much for true. If we're counting it based on gameplay only, yeah, then maybe you could fucking argue that it'd be an 8 out of 10. But we're not just basing it off of gameplay. It's that we're getting the story too. The story was dog water in this game. I don't know if I said that in my previous one, but it was shit. It was terrible, and I know I'm right about this. I mean, it was just not fucking fun. Peter was a pussy. Peter the pussy. That's what he was in that game. He couldn't do anything. I know that wasn't really specific, but hear me out on this shit. First off, you know, it's the big one. They're introducing the fucking symbiote, which is fine. Except the only thing is they couldn't even make like Peter like cool once he gets the symbiote. He just ends up being like a whiny fucking bitch. You know, it's nothing like the animated series where he's like a fucking bad boy or anything. He's like, oh, I get the symbiote, I need it. Meanwhile, fucking Harry, who's fucking Venom, which is terrible fucking idea. I do not support Harry as Venom at all. I don't know why they would go that route. Okay, hear me out on this for a second. Why couldn't they just do Spider-Man and Eddie Brock? Why couldn't they do the Eddie Brock story? I mean, it's simple, but, you know, especially the writing, at least in the first game, which is why I was so excited for the second game and why I was so fucking disappointed. They did a great job of characterizing Doc Ock. So you're telling me they couldn't do something in a way where Eddie Brock, you know, he has like a hard time or something, and that same shit happens where they ring the fucking bell and the symbiote goes down and goes on Eddie. Like, why? I also don't like, while I like Miles as a character, I don't think the game functions well with two Spider-Mans. You know, I've said this before, but like, it's just fucking weird having two Spider-Mans. People, they call each other Spider-Man, like, they don't even, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, like, it's stupid. It should have only been focused on Peter. You know, Mary Jane looks fucking weird compared to the first game. You've all heard that. You know, Harry as Venom is a terrible idea. And it just felt like, I think this is one of the games that was cursed with the Sweet Baby Inc. Bullshit. And you could tell. You know, I don't want to get too political, but at the same time, I don't really give a fuck. Um, this game is dog shit woke. Same like as in like Suicide Squad. It's just so fucking cringy. There's no fucking cops in New York. Oh, because your cops are bad. Look, I'm no fucking supporter of the cops either, but I'm not. I'm not fucking blind to the fact that they can assist you in real life, and it'll be a little bit more realistic to have fucking cops in fucking New York City. But IGN, here's them giving it an 8. They're giving it an 8 because they are a woke ass fucking company. I don't want to get too into all the politics about this specific company, but let's just say they have an agenda and their agenda goes to video games. They should shut the fuck up about that. You're a fucking video game. You're a fucking video game website. Why are you talking about like, oh well, I had a problem in Spider-Man 2 because there wasn't enough rainbow flags, and there were cops. They got rid of the cops because all cops are bastards. And like fuck Donald Trump and everything. Like you could tell this is the way they think because they're paid to think this way. Well, anyway, I know this video is kind of changed into me just bitching about Spider-Man 2 mostly, but sometimes you gotta bitch about Spider-Man 2. It was a shitty game. Spider-Man 2 was so I know I'm fucking going off the rails again. Spider-Man 2 was so shitty that I don't even have faith in fucking Insomniac anymore. A company who I held in such high fucking regards. When Spider-Man 1 came out, I'm like, they're great. Insomniac, Spider-Man 2, they lost it. And then don't even get me started with the fucking DLC bullshit they came up with. Fucking ever since that shit got leaked, they just decided not to do it. Like, fucking don't make Spider-Man 3 Insomniac. If you can't do it fucking right, don't make it. Do something useful for a change. Don't get me wrong, the Wolverine game does look good. I'm not gonna lie. But, I gotta be honest, after Spider-Man 2, I'm really hesitant on it. I'm at least hesitant in the story department. And I think people are gonna ignore the fucking... I think they're gonna ignore the story if it's really shitty, just because it's a cool fucking M-rated Wolverine game, and I'm probably gonna do the same. But man, I want Insomnia back, and you know what? I want decent game journalists back. To put a nice bow on this, IGN, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And I'm not doing this just because they rated a game that I liked badly. I can give a fuck. You think I'm gonna go to IGN to determine if I'm gonna play a game? No. No. No, son. But if I'm gonna give you one message at all, don't fucking follow IGN. They're retards. They also gave The Last of Us 2 a 10, which, I don't know. I like The Last of Us 2. I said it. I actually like The Last of Us 2 more than The Last of Us 1. I actually love that game. And that was a game that I boycotted playing for years. And then finally, when the remake of Last of Us 1 came out, I just wanted to see it to the end. So I just, I picked up Last of Us 2 for like $20, and I loved it. I'll be honest, I love Spider-Man. I'm not Spider-Man 2, fuck the game. Last of Us Part 2. It's just, the combat in that game is just awesome because it's just so fucking violent. And I'm a sicko. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment, bitches. IGN sucks. Comment if you hate IGN. Say IGN sucks. Peace, bitches.